I want to touch briefly before we kind of end is, so we talked a lot about, like swimming, training in pools and, doing those types of workouts in the pool environment. But talk about, I don't know how many people actually have access, to like open ocean training, right? Maybe not when it's super rough, but even in Hawaii, there's a lot of places that, it's in a lagoon environment, or you can swim like almost like laps in a pool, except you're in the ocean. So you don't have to keep turning around and all of this stuff. So in that environment, are there people that have utilized this product, and like, what do they do? Because now obviously the transmitter, I think for like stand-up paddleboarding, if I'm not wrong, on your site, it said something like over water, right? It can travel, the radio frequency can travel about a third of a mile. But is there any, I guess, how do they troubleshoot this? Do they put their transmitter and their phone in like a waterproof pouch? Because I know people do that and then like take it with them. Or what is your experience with that? And what recommendations do you have for that type of training?
Yeah. And we've always thought open water is like such an interesting market, and there's a lot of aquatic activities that take place. We think they'll probably have to have some add-on features, like maybe like a leash to keep the headset on just in case, like if a wave comes and stuff. But to answer your question specifically, we've had people who surf with it that like a dad was teaching his son how to surf, and it was like paddle, stand up. So kind of like instructional. We've done paddleboard yoga is increasing in popularity. And like, again, the instructor being able to talk one to many, we've demoed that. And then for just swimming specifically, like Charlie swims open water a lot and uses a dry tow bag and puts his phone and the transmitter in it. And then you're able to just continually swim with it, no problem, in open water. And then in a lagoon environment, like you mentioned, depending on where you are, if you're able to put the transmitter, let's say on the dock or maybe on the shore, just really depends on where you are, since frequencies are different in every area, you might be able to get that distance as well. So it's definitely doable, especially with a dry swim toe. It works totally fine.
No, that's super interesting. So, check all of these products out, because for a lot of people that train here, I'm sure that they're looking for some type of audio product that works well, right? If you're in that kind of environment too, maybe the surfing or stand-up paddleboarding or whatever it is, I'm assuming that there's volume control, right? Like normal headphones. So how is it to, have the volume where you still can hear, right? Verbal things, verbal cues from other people. Explain that experience, I guess, for the listeners.
Yeah. I mean, again, that's why because if you're swimming in a pool, we do recommend using earplugs, again, enhancing that experience, but leaving your ears open with just the headset on for open water stuff is really important. Like if there's a boat, if someone's trying to give you instruction. So you can control the volume on the headset and on your source audio. And from my experience, and we haven't really heard this feedback, like it won't get so loud that you're not able to hear things going around. I mean, I think it's also why a lot of times if you're looking for like the best headset, like for land, you don't use bone conduction because you can hear too much outside noise and it's not great audio. But again, on the flip side, in an open water environment, you kind of want that experience so you can hear both.